All right. Well, today, guys, we have Annie from ClickDimensions presenting 5 departments that can benefit from campaign automation. Campaign automations is just one of the many features in ClickDimensions. It's also one of the many things that CRM Dynamics can support and help you with. So if there are any questions you have about this or you need any help in your business, please feel free to message me after this webinar. And I'd be happy to work on something with you. Now I'm going to hand over the reins to Annie, and she'll get you guys started.
Thanks, Cassandra. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today. So we're really going to focus on campaign automation today. We'll be talking about different departments that can use campaign automation, different ways that we can use campaign automation, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in the live environment as well. So we'll take a closer look at that agenda. So I'll give you a brief introduction to ClickDimensions. We'll talk about what campaign automation is and the benefits of using campaign automation, some different ways to nurture, best practices, 5 different departments within your organization that can benefit from campaign automation. Surprisingly, it's not just for marketing. Some final thoughts, and then we'll do a demo in the live environment as well. And of course, we'll definitely leave time for questions. So if you have questions at the end, feel free to stick around and I'll stay on to answer those for you. So let's begin by talking about what ClickDimensions is. And so there's a number of features in ClickDimensions. We are an easy-to-use marketing automation solution that is native inside Dynamics 365. So you can create emails, forms, surveys, campaign automations, of course, all with intuitive drag and drop functionality. We do sit inside Dynamics 365, so everything's accessed right within your Dynamics environment. And you're just learning to use Dynamics, and ClickDimensions is part of it from there. We are built on Microsoft Azure, and we have expert training and support available. When you start with ClickDimensions, training and support is included in your subscription cost. There's no added cost for that. And we have personal assistance, live and recorded training, and a very extensive help site as well. So let's talk a little bit about what campaign automation is. Campaign automation can also be known as nurture marketing or drip marketing, and involves a series of relevant and timely communications to prospects or customers over time. The automated campaigns respond to the recipient's actions, so we create a personalized experience with campaign automation. For example, if a prospect that you're nurturing within campaign automation does not click on a certain link in an email, you might want to send them a follow-up email to see if you can get them to click on that second email. On the other hand, if they do click the link, you might want to send them to a different email or notify a salesperson to reach out to call the individual. All things you can do within ClickDimensions campaign automation. There are many benefits to campaign automation, and they may vary based on the type of campaign. So a lead nurturing campaign might help you close deals, while a customer retention campaign could help you keep them. For example, they all bring tremendous benefits to the organizations that run them. Automated nurture programs include decision points and actions based on how a recipient interacts with your message, allowing for a very customized experience. So by tailoring your campaign automations to that audience and setting your messages at the right time, a nurture program can deliver benefits like rapport with your audience, education to them. It can increase trust in your brand and help you overcome objections. It could also save time. If your campaign is completely automated, it saves time. You're not having to go back in and see, okay, 15 people opened up this email, let's send them an email. It's done all automatically for you. Can also increase lead to customer conversions because it's keeping the messages relevant and timely in front of them. Can boost retention rates and keep your organization at top of mind. Any touch that a company makes with an individual could be part of a nurture program. Your campaigns might include email, direct mail, social media, text messaging, phone calls, or even in-person contact. Remember that nurture campaigns should include information that leads and customers want or need. Don't just send a series of emails over a short period of time that don't provide value. Think about type of content that would help your prospect or customer based on where they're at in the buying cycle. Maybe they would benefit more from a task from a salesperson to give them a call to see how they're doing in the onboarding process rather than just a few emails, keeping it more personalized. And so you can plan those out throughout your campaign automation as well. There are some best practices to campaign automation. As you proceed through a campaign automation, the recipient should be welcoming your emails, looking forward to them, not wishing that they would go away. So the last thing a nurture campaign should do is drive prospects and customers away with multiple emails. Be mindful of the content. Make sure you're delivering value to your audience. Watch the delivers and open rates that ClickDimensions can provide to you as well. See how much they're interacting with them. Maybe there's some changes you can make. Timing is also important. Schedule the messages appropriately. You can have wait and date timers within campaign automation so that you're spreading the messages out over time. And that way they know when they're going to be getting them. Maybe they expect them every few weeks, or maybe you want to make sure that they're a month apart so they're not getting multiple emails at once. That's all easily done with ClickDimensions. And make it consistent. Keep the branding in your emails. Reinforce your brand. If they expect a newsletter every month, send them one every month. If they expect, current customers expect for you to reach out to them every 3 weeks to see how they're doing, set that up in an automated process so that you're continuing to consistently follow up with your customers and reinforce your brand. Some more best practices. Targeting and personalization are important. With ClickDimensions, you can use dynamic content to pull through first names or anything that you're recording on the leader contact records in your Dynamics 365 or CRM environment and make those messages targeted. Instead of saying, hello, would you like to hear about our new promotion? Say, hello, Annie, would you like to hear about our new promotion? Bring in that personalization to your emails, and you can do that within campaign automation and ClickDimensions. Also, it's best to engage in permission-based marketing. Have they opted in to receive the type of emails that you're sending? And with ClickDimensions, you can use targeted marketing lists to make sure that you're reaching the right people that have opted in to receive your messages. With ClickDimensions, you can also dive into data for more effective campaigns. We can see open rates, we can see click rates, and we can see which emails and which links they're clicking on more often within the emails. So we know that maybe the next time we do a campaign like this one resonated very well and this one didn't, and we might want to make some changes. So marketing is probably the first department that comes to mind when you think of campaign automation, but it's far from the only department that can benefit from it. Nurture programs can work at any level, from prospects to leads to current customers. So let's take a look at some of the ideas for using campaign automation in departments throughout the organization, not just with the marketing team. Sales departments today face a number of challenges that automated campaigns can address. As you can see in our previous lead nurturing campaign example, campaign automation can help sales teams focus on the hottest leads while still building pipeline. So through targeted messaging, automated campaigns can also help sales teams overcome objections by providing relevant content to a prospect at each stage in the buying cycle. It can also help increase deal sizes. You can use cross-sell campaigns to drive customers from one product to another. Maybe they started with product A and you want to send them more information about product B. We can continue to cross-sell based on what they've already purchased by adding them to a marketing list of people who have purchased the first product. So talking a little bit more about that cross-selling campaign. In our example here, a landscape equipment manufacturing company sales team is using campaign automation to cross-sell other golf landscaping equipment to customers who own one of their current mowers. Since ClickDimensions is built natively in Microsoft Dynamics 365 and CRM, it is easy to build a marketing list of the people who already own that mower and add them to the campaign automation. Then using the email interaction triggers, we can see whether or not they clicked for that catalog. And if they did, we'll notify the sales rep. If they didn't, we'll send them something, an email about some other feature. And if they clicked on that catalog again, we can notify the sales rep and set a task for them to give them a call, making this something where it will only notify the sales rep if the person's interacting, so that we can keep their time valuable as well. Now, this is all easily built with drag and drop functionality that I'll be showing you towards the end of the presentation when we take a look at it in the live example. Some challenges that marketing faces, they face creating personalized experiences. So usually personalized data and decision nodes within campaign automation, we can create paths that are unique for each participant. For example, if I come in and I'm really only interested in product A, and I've indicated that, and we're tracking that in CRM, we can make sure that that's the information I get, rather than information on all of the products or product B, which I'm not really that interested in. You can do more with less. So you can put your campaigns on autopilot. Once you create the campaign and have all of the emails added to it, the activities are triggered automatically as new participants join the campaign, which saves the marketing department time as well. And it helps marketing contribute to pipeline and revenue. Awareness campaigns can add new prospects to the funnel, and drip campaigns can nurture colder leads into sales-ready opportunities, so that when they do get to sales, marketing has nurtured them in a way that they're already very interested in the product that is being provided. One popular marketing campaign example is a product launch. So as we can see in our example here for a consumer goods company that makes a full line of home cleaning products, several emails are sent as part of the campaign. And these are personalized within the ClickDimensions drag and drop email editor with information like the other recipient's name or any other information you have in Dynamics 365 or CRM. The company uses email heat maps that you see on the far right here, so they can see which links are getting the most clicks, and they understand where within that email their prospects are clicking, and helps them refine their emails for future blasts as well. We can also use campaign automation for solving several issues that customer service and account management teams might face within the organization. Ranking high on this list of challenges is engaging customers and preventing churn. Customer service and account management professionals frequently face balancing putting out fires with short-term issues and building long-term relationships. And depending on the company's business model, these teams are also often called upon to generate renewal revenue and meet quotas. So we can run upsell campaigns. We can kind of keep information in front of them to increase customer satisfaction and help balance those relationships to prevent churn. A customer engagement or re-engagement campaign is an effective and popularly used for campaign automation in a customer service or account management capacity. So in this example, this is a sports team. They've created a fan engagement campaign that offers season ticket holders, so current ticket holders, the opportunity to enjoy an exclusive fan experience with their favorite player. So what they're going in to do here is they'll fill out a ClickDimensions form. We've created a form that lets them choose their favorite player, whether it's Julio or Matt, whoever it might be. Whatever their answer is on that form, we send them down that path. And you'll notice that there are 6 actions in each one of these series. So we're going to add them to a marketing list for the Ryan fan list. We'll send them an email about Matt Ryan, wait until a specific date, send them information about a training camp promo. We'll assign the fan owner. So we'll assign an owner within our CRM environment to follow up with this fan and set up that player experience. And then we'll run a workflow so that we can run that workflow and make sure that everything's set up for their experience for them. It's nice because we can also include Dynamics 365 workflows within a campaign automation. If there's something that you're trying to trigger within your CRM that campaign automation cannot provide, we can easily do that with workflows as well. The training team can also use campaign automation to help keep learners engaged. Drip campaigns can deliver training materials or lessons on a timely basis. So maybe we want to start out with an email about, in our case, welcome to ClickDimensions. Here's the first set of trainings we would suggest. And then so on, bringing out, now that you've learned about how to create emails, let's learn about forms and surveys, and keeping those learners engaged throughout the process. And the training team's not having to manually reach out to people who have gone through that, but we are sending them timely emails based on where they're at. Can also improve learning and effectiveness. So we could use forms or surveys to test learners and launch automation activities based on their responses. Maybe they go in and they fill out a survey that says, the content was great, but I'm still not understanding this portion of email marketing. We could follow up with an email explaining where they can get more information about what they're confused on, or they might need more training on. And because we have that survey and form trigger within our campaign automation, we can easily see what they're selecting within there and follow up with them as needed. It also helps deliver consistent training. So we can send all learners through the same campaign automation so the content and messaging is consistent, and we know that they're going through it at about the same timeline. It's also great for driving attendance to training events or webinars. We can automatically send that invitation, reminder, and follow-up messages when someone registers for or attends an event, because ours are run through GoToWebinar, which ClickDimensions has a connector with. So an onboarding campaign is a great way to utilize campaign automation for this training purpose. In this example, an HR software company has created a campaign automation that includes their onboarding training webinars. And since it's only a few months away, an invitation to the company's annual conference. ClickDimensions integrates with Eventbrite, Cvent, GoToWebinar, and WebEx. Registration and attendee information is automatically brought into the Dynamics 365 or CRM, so you can also easily track which customers are registering for and attending the events. The campaign automation also includes a helpful guide that customers can download, and the landing page and form for that guide can easily be created in ClickDimensions, as you see on the right side here. What's nice about this is I can actually go in and see if Sue has been going to events, if she was in the training webinars, how long was she in them for? Did she actually attend the entire webinar? If she missed part of it, maybe she has some questions and her account rep should follow up. You can see all of that right within the Dynamics 365 and CRM environment as well. HR can also use campaign automation. So as the business landscape continues to evolve, so do challenges faced by human resources departments. They can have some challenges recruiting skilled employees. You can use ClickDimensions to create career forms on your website that can be used to launch campaign automation with application instructions, or you can assign a candidate to an interviewer based on criteria within that ClickDimensions form. So we can get very granular about how we are sending someone down a path when they're filling out a form within ClickDimensions, making sure that they're going to the right HR representative. It's also great for engaging and retaining current employees. You can use campaign automation to schedule and send satisfaction surveys, automate follow-ups on those. Maybe they have questions, maybe someone needs to reach out to them specifically. We can do that with campaign automation as well. You can also use it for company announcements or holiday greetings. HR also needs to communicate changes over time. Maybe you've moved to a new office, or you want to make sure everyone is receiving communication at the same time. You can use ClickDimensions campaign automation to help achieve that, which we see in the next example. So campaign automation targeting employees can be an effective way to communicate change within that organization, which was the last example we just talked about for challenges. Our example here shows how a company used campaign automation to keep employees in the loop on the relocation of the corporate headquarters. Through emails, they're able to communicate various milestones and use SMS messaging to remind employees to show up at the new location on the first day. And then once that move's complete, they can send a ClickDimensions survey that's easily built to determine employees' opinions on how effectively the change was communicated and how the process went, because maybe there's things that they can do better in the future. So some final thoughts over those different business areas that can use ClickDimensions. Your campaign automation is really a game changer for departments throughout the whole organization. Automated campaigns can deliver uniquely personalized experience without requiring additional time and resources from the various departments. It's all automated for you. The biggest key is relevance. The timing, messaging, and calls to actions must vary based on the needs and readiness of the audience. So let's see some of these features in action. I wanted to show you how easy it is to set up a campaign automation and run a campaign automation. So we talked a little bit about that fan engagement example. And what we're starting with is a ClickDimensions form. And so you'll see in campaign automation, there's a number of triggers and series that you can run. The trigger here is a form submission. That's the one that we've started with, and we just drag and drop that in to get it started. From there, we're going to check the decision node to see which player they chose. And we'll look back to that form to see which player each ticket holder chose. And we'll follow up with them based on that, adding them to the marketing list for that player. We know that this ticket holder really likes Ryan. And we can send emails based on that specific player, send promos, assign someone to follow up with them, and even run workflows if there's something else we need to do within our CRM environment to reach out to them. You can also set tasks. I love this one. You can also set tasks for someone in your organization to reach out to them. Maybe you need to reach out and ask them how the fan experience went afterwards. You can set a wait timer and then reach out to them from there. So there's a number of things that we can do within campaign automation to follow up. I always like to, when I'm looking at campaign automation, kind of show this built from scratch, because you'll see this one's already built. This one's already here, and kind of wondering, okay, how difficult is this to actually do? Campaign automation is very easy to set up. One of my favorite ones is to start with a marketing list. So if we look over to the left here, I'll kind of build one off to the side. I'll start with a marketing list and I'll send that first email. From there, I want to see if they interacted with that email. So I'll drag and drop an email in here. And if they clicked on a specific link, I want to send them information about that link. If they didn't interact at all, I'm probably going to send them another email to try and re-engage them and check for email interaction again, building out that process based on if they're interacting or not. If we get to the end of this and they're not interacting at all, we can easily remove them from the marketing list so we're not continuing to reach out to them. But if they are interacting with that email, maybe there was a form within the email that they needed to fill out to provide us more information. Maybe there was a specific question on, what product type are you interested in? We can follow up with that form based on the answers they provided to say, okay, if they're interested in product A, send email 22. If they're interested in product B, send email 23. You attach the emails that you've created in ClickDimensions here. You have the ability to rename those. Maybe we want this one to say product B. you can bring all of that in to the campaign automation as well. Taking a look at another example, the consumer goods engagement here. This is the cleaning one that we took a look at. You can kick off a campaign automation with someone being added to a marketing list or being on a marketing list. We'll send them an email on cleaning tips, send them an email with some coupons. We can see if they clicked the link or not for the coupons. If they didn't, we'll send them a reminder and check for that interaction again. If they clicked on the link, we'll thank them for their interest in our product. I'd also include, maybe having someone reach out to them, giving them a call, asking them what they thought about it, or you could even run a survey to them that they could fill out so you could see the product satisfaction and follow up with them based on that. So there's a number of things that we can do within campaign automation to keep the information relevant, timely, and something that they're actually looking for, because we know based on how they're interacting with those forms or with those emails, what they're looking for next. So you'll see all of this, and if you're not using ClickDimensions today, or if you haven't seen a demo of it, I do want to make sure that I show you all of this is accessed within the Dynamics 365 or Dynamics CRM environment. And when you add ClickDimensions to your Dynamics 365 environment, it'll fall under marketing. And so what you might see today if you don't have ClickDimensions is your marketing lists and campaigns, those that you'll actually use along with ClickDimensions features. But you'll see that campaign automation is added and everything in the green is added here. So it's not just campaign automation that we can do. We can also do email marketing. You can do mass email sends that aren't part of an automation. You can track visits and page views to your website, so you can see how people are interacting with your website, as well as create forms and surveys that post back to your CRM environment. If you're doing event management, you can see all the event participations, who's attending your events or registering and not attending. And ClickDimensions also falls under settings, so that you can easily make subscription lists to decide who should be getting your emails. And this is important in Canada as well because of CASL compliance. We see a lot of people using these subscription preferences pages so they could opt in to receive a special events email. And if they do that and I bring the special events marketing list into my campaign automation, then I know that those people have all opted in to hear about my events before I even send it out. And you do have full control over what this page looks like and the different options that are provided. Everything is easily searched within your Dynamics 365 environment as well. So if I'm looking for any of those examples that we looked at today, I can just go in here and easily open those up right from CRM. I'm not having to go out to another program to access any of this information. It's all right within my CRM environment. From the emails to the forms to the campaign automation, it's all accessed right here as well.